How would you feel if your family was a pawn in another's plan to get rich at your expense? Many people take great pride in the high limits on their credit cards. But lenders trap you once you run up a big balance, and that's how they profit the most.
You know who wins the money game? Companies, institutions that know how the rules work, banks. Those guys know the rules of the money game, and middle-income people do not.
Banks' goal is to get people into debt.
The interest is compounding on that credit card, and they know that once they've got you, you don't have a chance of getting out.
The biggest cancer that people have today is too much debt.
Chronic consumer debt has become an epidemic on Main Street, where families now struggle more than ever to make ends meet. The economy has taken a toll on American families like never before.
Whether it was through a loss of a job or underemployment today, a lot of people who had jobs where they were making $20,000 or $30,000 more, or maybe they got a divorce, or maybe they had medical issues, or maybe they just made some bad decisions. And then once they had to turn to credit cards, the traps were set.
Nobody is really helping middle-class people. So what middle-class people are really doing is just abandoning the debt.
I believe people are brokenhearted right now. I believe people right now feel like, man, where's the loyalty? And banks do like your loyalty when you pay them on time. But you miss one payment, and they're going to send the dogs out after you.
Once the consumer is hooked, it's very difficult to get that debt paid off. And with the families that are losing jobs today, it creates a snowballing effect.
Number one thing that keeps people awake at night, that causes divorces, that destroys families, is out of control debt.
The total of consumer credit has soared to astounding levels, encouraging consumers to spend money they don't have like never before, while banks profit from compounding interest, late penalties, overdraft fees, and annual fees.
The predatory nature and the deceptive nature with which the banks and credit card companies are exploiting the consumer is appalling.
It's what the banks have done with fees and all the different traps that they have, encouraging people to go into debt that's beyond the levels that they can pay.
People get fooled by all that jargon. They're not attorneys, they're not lawyers. They have no idea how to read these contracts.
Primerica has selected Freedom Financial Network, a recognized industry leader with cutting-edge programs, to offer a powerful solution to help families get on the path to financial freedom.
What we love about working with Primerica is we're both fighting for the same cause. Our mission statements are almost identical. We both want to help Main Street individuals and Main Street families get out of debt and become financially independent.
Primerica has the answers. We will revolutionize Main Street's ability to reduce debt and achieve financial freedom.
Primerica can put Main Street America on the path back to debt freedom.
Americans need protection. They need help from somebody, a company that's willing to stand by them. And I can't think of another company better than Primerica.
No company knows how to crusade for families like Primerica does, and we're gonna be going to families, crusading to help them take control and to get out of debt.
You don't have to be a pawn in someone else's grand scheme. Primerica is focused on helping Main Street families solve their biggest problems: too much debt, not enough income, and no financial game plan.
It's time for someone, a company like us, to go out there and give the American consumer their dignity back, their self-respect back.
Our debt movement of actually showing and exposing what's intentionally been done is going to turn this tide.
This isn't going to just change finances, but it's going to change the very core of North America.